Hey y'all, welcome to my Essential Oils for Healthy Sleep webinar. I'm so excited that you chose to carve some time out of your day to join me in this webinar. So let's get started. My name is Mary Reed, and as you can see, I'm an essential oil educator, country lover. I love the outdoors, gardening, fishing, kayaking, anything country, and I'm a mama to 5 kids. So life here on the ranch is busy. Now let's begin. I want to make it clear that I am not a doctor, but I am an essential oil expert, so to speak. For years, I've been teaching hundreds of people how to use essential oils on their family. Probably my biggest qualification for teaching this webinar is that, like I mentioned, I am a mother to 5 beautiful kids. I'm also a wife of 30 years. So in our big household, we love using natural solutions, and we use dozens of essential oils. So probably I'd say my biggest expertise is using essential oils on my family on a daily basis. Now for this webinar, we are going to go over how to fall asleep quickly without prescription medications, gadgets, or major lifestyle changes. We're going to show you how you can sleep soundly all night, getting into that deep, restful sleep state where the body can actually do what it was designed to do, rebuild and repair itself. And we're going to teach you how you can wake up refreshed, rejuvenated, without being groggy. And this is without pumping the body with stimulants, like caffeine and other stimulants. Isn't that awesome? Can you picture yourself sleeping soundly through the night and waking up alert and ready to face the day? Now, quickly, a couple of housekeeping items. I value your time, and I want you to get the most out of our time together. So go ahead, find a quiet place, shut your cell phone off, grab a pen and paper, and let's talk about healthy sleep. And there's one other thing I would like to mention. If you stay with me till the end, you can request your free bottle of wild orange essential oil. Essential oil is one of my favorite oils. It's uplifting and invigorating. It smells awesome. So I'll be giving away a 5 milliliter bottle of wild orange today. So as you request that bottle of wild orange, you'll be able to enjoy it with no cost to you. So exciting. So make sure, stay till the end, as there's some other awesome things I'll tell you about then. Okay, so let's dive in and talk about sleep. This is a very popular subject right now because there are a lot of people out there that simply don't get enough sleep. So the Better Sleep Council recently did a sleep survey, and they surveyed thousands of Americans. And the first thing they found out was that 80% of Americans want at least 1 more hour of sleep. In fact, 1/3 of the people that they surveyed said an extra hour of sleep would be worth $100. So there's quite a bit of monetary value in that. Obviously, it's uncomfortable to sleep poorly, but also uncomfortable to suffer from the results of sleeping poorly and not having the energy and enthusiasm that you really need to make it through the day. I think that's where the $100 came in. And the third thing I wanted to mention from the survey is that 45% of people fall asleep outside of the home, which is another big statistic for me. I don't know about you, but I've actually saw people slump over their desk at the office and catch a few minutes nap. You've probably saw similar instances, I'm sure. Okay, so why do we want it? Let's talk about why our bodies want sleep. Why do we need sleep so badly? Well, sleep is one of our most powerful biological urges. Just try to go without it sometime. I'm saying without any sleep, and you'll find out why it is a biological urge. Our bodies crave and want to go to sleep. Another thing I thought was interesting, you can actually live longer without food than you can without sleep. Isn't that amazing? That we can live longer without food than sleep. And loss of sleep puts us into a neurological panic. What happens is our bodies let chemicals build up within the brain. The brain goes into fight or flight mode, the amygdala takes over and everything goes into panic mode. And actually, the brain will release cortisol, which is part of this fight or flight mode, to help protect you. And that cortisol can help drive your appetite. So if you have known people with this type of sleep issues that claim they are also gaining weight, well, now you know why. Isn't that crazy? It's the body's physiological response. Okay, so why do we need sleep? Well, the fact of the matter is that scientists have a lot of great ideas for this. They understand the chemistry of sleep and how our body works physiologically, but they don't entirely understand why we go to sleep. So what happens with sleep? What's the chemical process for sleep? Well, first of all, there's a neurological process that takes place. Melatonin produced from the pineal gland helps us to fall asleep. First of all, when the lights get dim and the environment around us gets dark, our optical nerves, that are known as our eyes, send a signal to our pineal gland. The pineal gland then releases melatonin, and as you probably know, melatonin is actually what helps the body to shut down for sleep. Many people would take a synthetic melatonin created in a factory somewhere to help them shut down and go to sleep. I'm not a big fan of introducing synthetic products into my system because many experience negative side effects trying to reintroduce healthy sleep habits using synthetic products. People will try a lot of different things to try to induce sleep. Some will try walking before bed, drinking milk or wine. Recently, I heard one that really topped the cake. People actually boil banana peels and drink the broth. Ew, doesn't that sound disgusting? So yeah, we want to get into a healthy sleep pattern. So we want to make sure that our bodies are releasing that natural melatonin and putting us in that perfect state of sleep. Isn't that what you want, a perfect state of sleep naturally? I know I do. Another thing we are probably all aware of is physical shutdown. If the body doesn't get enough sleep, it can lead to groggy mornings, tremendous emotional problems. Dr. Stephen Feensilver stated that depriving a person of sleep has been used as a form of torture. Over the years, research has shown that people can be physically and psychologically damaged from a lack of sleep. We sure don't want that. So the next reason that we need sleep is that the body is rejuvenated when we are in that restful state of sleep. This is the only time that we can fully grow muscle tissue. This is when the human growth hormone is released. This is also when we synthesize proteins and our tissues repair themselves while we are in that deep sleep mode. Wouldn't you like to get this kind of sleep every night? Yes, of course. Okay, so let's see what the experts recommend. You know, this kind of irritates me. The experts say, just change your lifestyle. Like it's just that easy. Just change. Well, we'd all just change a lot of areas of our life if it were that easy. It may be a great solution, but obviously not really practical without the tools to help us get there. Another thing the experts recommend, go out and buy mattresses and gadgets for sleep. Go ahead, spend the money and buy these super expensive mattresses. Change out the pillows till you find one that works. Get all the newest sleep gadgets. Get healthy sleep. It's a biological activity that is so important to our bodies. Yet, because of our society that we live in, and all these different reasons, the social media buzz, so many are glued to their screens late at night, along with all the stimulants people are pumping into their bodies, the chemicals that we take into our bodies. Now, all of a sudden, we have to spend money in order to do that thing that our bodies were built to do. Isn't that interesting? In fact, the 2015 sleep research stated that approximately $41 billion was spent to help with sleep. Insane. It's so insane that the sleep industry spends billions and billions of dollars just so we can do something that our bodies were meant to do. Okay, let's dive into natural solutions that can help support healthy sleep habits. Natural solutions that support sleep naturally. We're going to talk about essential oils. What are essential oils? Now, those of you who are familiar with essential oils, bear with me. I'll spend a couple of minutes and we'll talk about what essential oils are and how to make sure we're using the right essential oils. So, essential oils are nature's defense mechanism for plants and cells. They're natural aromatic compounds that can be found in flowers, stems, leaves, roots, and bark. Essential oils are found in many places, and we extract them from plants via steam distillation or cold pressing these oils out. Many companies will extract the oils through other methods. Most are chemical driven, chemical processing. I definitely don't recommend any process that involves chemically extracting essential oils from a plant. Now, the doTERRA oils I'm talking about today are highly concentrated, 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. Here is a picture of a peppermint plant. Many of you have probably had a cup of peppermint herb tea before. Okay, and this picture here is a magnified peppermint leaf. If you look, you can actually see the little oil sacs on this leaf. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so moving right along here, let's talk about the different grades of essential oils because there are different grades of essential oils. And here's a great pie chart. This is a pie chart that doTERRA produced. Now, the title of this slide is Purity and Safety because each one of these types or grades of essential oils have different purity and safety levels. As you can see, the synthetic oils are the largest section and the most commonly sold and used. Those come in air fresheners, room sprays for scent, plug-ins, candles, and all sorts of stuff, perfumes, lotions, cleaners. So what happens is huge companies that are out to make a buck, they'll find a natural compound like in essential oils. They'll recreate it synthetically in the lab. And if they are the first company to recreate it, they can actually patent that aromatic compound. Then they sell rights to it and make big money. The next category is the food grade. Notice the green slice here. Now these are the ones you'd find in food flavorings, commonly found in candies and gum. Excuse me. So they'll take the real essential oils, add fillers to round out the flavors and round out the scents, and consumers use these daily. Generally, they've been adulterated, so they don't have any therapeutic value to them. Okay, the smaller purplish blue slice there. So these are oils you'd find, say, at the local health food store. And if you look at the labels, they'll often have warnings. They'll say, do not put on the skin or take internally. And be cautious of how you use it aromatically. Now, there's a reason these warnings are on them. Large companies will buy these oils from like 50 different farms, mix them all together. Some have different sprays, pesticides, chemicals, and then you get a big mix of, say, lavender oil. They bottle it and sell it to the retail stores where they sell it to the consumer. So there's a lot of unknowns. These oils may have a little bit of therapeutic value. Like, for instance, if you inhale this lavender, it may calm you down a little bit, but be careful. They actually warn you. I know I won't use them. With all the warnings on the bottles, there's no way. Now, doTERRA is different. When doTERRA started up, they decided to raise the bar, so to speak. So they started the CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade of Essential Oils. This is a trademark that doTERRA created to signify or represent that every single batch of oil that comes from doTERRA is tested by a third-party lab. Now we buy direct from the farm, and there's a lot we could say about this process, but we'll cover a little bit more on this in just a couple of minutes. So let's discuss how we can use essential oils aromatically. They actually go right into our limbic system, into the brain. The limbic system controls everything from emotions to behavior, motivation, and memory. So just by breathing in these oils, we can trigger a powerful, immediate response. That's why aromatherapy is so popular these days. Let's talk about two other ways to use essential oils. We just covered aromatically. So what about internal and topical use? Now, if you have certified pure therapeutic grade essential oil, it can be used internally or topically. Check out this little graphic here of the cell. Bacteria usually can't enter the body cells because the molecules are too big. But viruses, on the other hand, pass right through the cell membrane and interact with our DNA and can actually change our cellular DNA and cause all sorts of problems. But if you notice the little golden swirly thingy in the picture, this shows that the essential oils can pass right through the cell membrane and attack the virus. Pretty cool, don't you think? In addition to this, because essential oils are so small in their molecular level, they can quickly pass through our skin and be absorbed into our body. They can pass through our digestive system and lungs and be absorbed as well. The doTERRA bottles actually have a supplement fact label on the ones that you can take internally. Isn't that neat? No warnings, just a supplement fact label. Now let's come back to sourcing doTERRA's oils. doTERRA does it a little differently. We've developed what's called co-impact sourcing. And with co-impact sourcing, we are able to work directly with farmers. Generally, these are farmers in third world countries like Guatemala, Haiti, Somalia, just to name a few. We work directly with the farmers. We pay them better than the multinational corporations do. We go in and pay them in several installments. We pay them before they harvest, while harvesting, and so on. Then, as soon as the oil is harvested, we take it directly, so it won't pass through anybody's hands other than ours. We then put it through a third-party testing to ensure that we've got the most robust chemical profile. And we compensate the farmers for that. Now, we also encourage the farmers to band together and form cooperatives to be organized. We also teach them to practice sustainable farming methods. Even though they are experts in farming, a lot are tainted by the multinational corporations by having them cut corners and harvest the product before the prime time, etc. Now, we don't do that. We expect simple farming methods and sustainable communities. Through our Healing Hands Foundation, doTERRA supports these local farmers and helps them continue with their culture, education, and infrastructure. We go in and rebuild schools, hospitals, homes, distilleries, just make life better for the whole community. Isn't that awesome? That's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about doTERRA essential oils. Not only that they have the purest oils in the world, but how they help change the communities all over the world for the better. Don't you just love that? Helping change lives. So let's get on to the healthy sleep oils. There are so many, I just chose a few of my favorites. Okay, so here's Serenity. We have sandalwood, lavender, juniper berry, cedarwood, petitgrain, balance. Probably my very favorite. Marjoram and peace. Okay, don't worry. I'm not going to talk about all of these oils. We don't have the time. I just want to talk about a few. Isn't it awesome that these oils have esters in them that just kind of tell the brain to calm down? Just puts the brain in the mode where melatonin can be released and relaxed. Now let's go into my protocol that I recommend for healthy sleep. And the first one I want to go over is lavender. This one is referred to as the queen of all oils. Kind of neat, huh? You're probably familiar with the scent of lavender. doTERRA's lavender smells awesome, has a wonderful profile, and it's so calming. So what I recommend is, rather than changing your entire lifestyle and routine, 90 minutes before bed, apply a couple of drops of lavender into your hands, rub them together, smell it in really deeply through your nose, like 3 or 4 times. Then go ahead and rub it on your wrist and maybe on the back of your neck. Now, you don't want to immediately touch your eyes or any sensitive tissue. If you do happen to get an essential oil in your eye, no worries. Just take some coconut oil, olive oil, or whatever you have on hand, apply that on top, and you're good to go. Just never use water. All right, now my lavender is on, and what I'm doing is telling my brain everything's okay. We don't need to go into fight or flight mode and produce cortisol. Let's just calm down. It's okay, just calm down. So before we go into the next oil, I want to read this testimony I recently got from one of my newest members on my doTERRA team. Lavender is one of my favorite oils and the oil that made me fall in love with doTERRA. My daughter Sadie is 3.5 years old, and until March of this year, she hadn't slept through the night more than a few times in her whole life. I started putting lavender on the bottoms of her feet before bedtime and diffusing lavender by her bed. She sleeps all night. Needless to say, lavender is the oil I don't run out of. Ain't that just awesome? I just love it. I love the difference that these oils make in people's lives. So let's move on to Serenity Restful Complex, or Serenity Gel Caps. I love these. They not only help me fall asleep quickly, but my sleep is so much deeper, and I wake up so much more rested. Wow, Serenity gels are wonderful. Wouldn't you love to fall asleep, sleep soundly all through the night and wake up rested? How does that sound to you? So let's take a minute and go over what's in these awesome Serenity gel caps. All right, there's lavender oil. So the lavender oil in the gel cap helps promote that refreshing sleep that you need without leaving you groggy and sleepy the next day. And there's L-theanine, along with lemon balm, passion flower, and chamomile. These all work together to gently promote relaxation and sleep. They calm the nervous system and help to reduce stress. So doTERRA has also developed what's called the Serenity Restful Oil Blend. Now, this blend has a combination of lavender, it's got marjoram, Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, Hawaiian sandalwood, and vetiver. The scent profile is absolutely beautiful. Sort of smells like lavender with a hint of vanilla. Very sweet smelling and comforting. So my recommendation, if you're trying to kickstart that melatonin production and calm your brain down, apply Serenity oil 30 minutes before bed, and take 1 to 2 Serenity soft gels 30 minutes before bed as well. Now on the next slide, I'm going to give you a diffuser blend recipe. But go ahead and use the Serenity oil just as you did the lavender. And you can put a couple of drops on the bottoms of your feet as well. Serenity doesn't have an overwhelming scent. Don't worry that you'll be offensive. Actually, if anyone smells it on you, they'll probably say, wow, I love that scent. What is that? Okay, so grab a pen and paper, and here's the Restful Sleep Diffuser Blend. It's pretty simple. And my, does it smell heavenly. Okay, so 3 drops of Serenity oil and 3 drops of Balance. Pretty simple, huh? All right, the last oil I'm going to cover here is vetiver. Vetiver is another oil that I recommend to bring that healthy sleep response. This awesome oil comes from Haiti, and it's harvested from the roots of a grass. So it sort of smells like dirt. I love the scent. I love the vetiver oil. My daughter will put a couple of drops on the back of her neck at night. She says it just helps her to wind down where her brain isn't running wild and puts her in that sleep mode. So with vetiver, what I do and what I recommend is to put a couple of drops on the bottoms of your feet. Rub your feet together for like 20 seconds. And this is just before you climb into bed. And get ready. You're in for a great night's sleep. How does that sound? Are you ready for a great night's sleep? I've also put together a sleep roller recipe for you. This is another option for adults as well as kids. This is a pretty concentrated roller, so it will only take a small amount on kids, but a little bit more for adults. This can be applied on the spine, back of the neck, or bottoms of the feet. Or you can do it on all 3. So this recipe is for a 10 milliliter roller bottle. You can buy these roller bottles on Amazon. Okay, so here goes the recipe. 5 drops of Balance, 5 drops of Serenity, 5 drops of Lang Lang, 5 drops of Roman chamomile, 5 drops of vetiver, and 3 drops of patchouli. Add all these essential oils, then top it off with fractionated coconut oil or olive oil. This is perfect for the kiddos or babies to help them just get a great night's sleep. Wouldn't it be sweet for them to sleep all night? Many times I say, if only I would have had these oils when my kids were babies. They never slept all night. Okay, now we're going to talk about the musculoskeletal health. Many of you deal with this at night. This is something that pops up pretty regularly as we talk to people about healthy sleep. And I've got the terminology on this slide, musculoskeletal health, for a couple of reasons. One is that it's not always a centralized discomfort that you feel. Sometimes, it's maybe our back or our shoulder or neck or legs. You know how it can be, right? Maybe our joints, tendons, or things like that. Things that prevent us from getting that restful sleep. So I wanted to talk a bit about the musculoskeletal system and the comfort that comes from maintaining a healthy musculoskeletal system. If our bodies were healthy in our muscles, joints, bones, tendons, if those tissues were healthy and well maintained, we probably wouldn't experience a lot of the discomfort that happens when we lay down to sleep. We wouldn't toss and turn and wake up so uncomfortable. So let's cover what oils I recommend for the musculoskeletal system. Peppermint is such an amazing oil. It's got that icy, hot, warm, tingling feeling. When we put a drop of peppermint on our body, it brings that warm, tingling, comforting feeling to any sore muscles, aching back, or whatever it is that's bringing you discomfort. Now, doTERRA has truly gone the extra mile to do some homework and formulated a blend that's called Deep Blue. Deep Blue is called the Soothing Blend. And believe you me, it's awesome. It not only includes peppermint, but also wintergreen, blue tansy. It's got blue chamomile, helichrysum, and osmanthus. There's a lot of flower oils, and I think this is a very pretty oil. It has kind of a bluish tint. And the wintergreen, peppermint, and camphor bark makes it very stimulating. Absolutely phenomenal. And then we have the Deep Blue Rub. This is the pain powerhouse. Deep Blue Rub has a whole bottle of the Deep Blue oil in it, but it's in like an organic lotion base. And it only takes a tiny amount of this. The Deep Blue oil and rub just get right down into where the issue is and just makes it better. We use a lot of Deep Blue in our house. I have fallen arches, so I use this religiously every morning before I put my shoes on and the last thing at night. Otherwise, I really suffer throughout the day with my feet. I don't know, I have so many favorites, but Deep Blue must be right at the top of my list. It's a great tool for your wellness arsenal. Another thing that doTERRA has come up with in the Deep Blue line is the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. This is another super product that we use regularly in our house. It's a capsule filled with food nutrients. Now, not vitamins and minerals, but actual food nutrients from live foods. And polyphenols are the rage these days, right? We've heard about things like red wine, green tea, and pomegranates being high in antioxidants. Well, that's what polyphenols are. They're antioxidants. So we extract the antioxidants from those things and put them in capsules. We take them internally, and they are phenomenal for muscle recovery. We use these a lot as well. You know, if you're working out or working in the garden, they just make all the difference. I really recommend the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex to add that to your arsenal as well. Now you've got all that taken care of, your muscles, your bones, joints, tendons, they're all feeling comfy. Let's talk about healthy waking. We call this the stimulant cycle. So we wake up in the morning, all groggy and just dragging around. We have to do that addictive activity to feel like living. We start pumping our bodies with stimulants. And the most common stimulant is, right, coffee. I know a lot of flack comes from this because people just love their morning coffee. So you take that stimulant and it says shame and guilt. Not that anyone should feel shame and guilt from a cup of joe, but just to realize I just can't get moving without my stimulants. I don't feel rested or ready to meet the day. So then tonight you say, I'm going to go to bed at a decent hour. I'm going to sleep well. It's going to be better. Well, here's the challenge. Your body has a ton of stimulants like caffeine, and you try, but you just can't fall asleep. You have another restless night, and the cycle repeats, and the pain returns, and you demand relief. So the next morning, what happens? You have that cup of coffee, and it becomes an unhealthy habit. So what we need to do is address the energy issue and the focus issue throughout the day to offset those stimulants. In fact, we can eliminate those stimulants so that we might have that healthy sleep at night. So let's talk about natural energy. Well, here's how to get that natural energy. First thing in the morning, we're going to get that trusted peppermint oil. Just keep it by your bedside. And when that alarm clock goes off, reach for the peppermint oil, put a drop or two in your hand, rub together, and just smell it in like really deeply 4 or 5 times. And wow, are you awake? Now you can even put some on your forehead or temples, on the back of your neck, to really get that invigorating feeling going. Again, it's an essential oil. So you don't want to get that in your eyes, or if you do, I have many times, just get some olive or coconut oil and you'll be fine. But yes, peppermint is an excellent oil to wake up with. Doesn't that sound awesome, just to wake up to the fresh, pungent aroma of peppermint? The other thing I want to go over for natural energy is supplementation. We all know that our food isn't what it used to be, right? The FDA agrees that we absolutely need a multivitamin to round out our nutrition. So doTERRA has the Microplex VMZ. This is a nutrient complex. It includes vitamins and minerals. Now, these are not a block of cement that won't ever dissolve. You've seen those, right? I know I have. But these are actually real food nutrients taken from real food. It's an excellent profile. Multivitamins with whole foods like kale, dandelion, parsley, spinach, some enzymes. It's like a full serving of veggies. Now, you don't want to give up your vegetables, but it just rounds it out and helps our bodies recover with that cellular wellness. Okay, the next energy supplement is the Z Omega Essential Oil Omega Complex. I know it's got an X on it, but it's Greek, so it sounds like Z. I guess that just kind of makes it sound cool. Anyway, this has our omega-3s and 6 fatty acids in there, but it also has an essential oil profile as well. There are 9 different powerful essential oils in here that actually boost the power of these awesome fatty acids. So the oils in these gel caps are frankincense, the king of oils, very powerful for our cells. Clove. Clove is super high in antioxidants. There's thyme, wild orange, German chamomile, ginger, and peppermint. So when we take these oils internally, our internal organs stay healthy and they support our immune system. It's awesome. Powerful antioxidants, as well as your pure mercury-free fish oils. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Our body needs its omega-3s and 6 fatty acids to function properly. Okay, the next thing is the Alpha CRS Plus. Our cellular vitality complex. This also has some polyphenols, but it also includes things like boswellia resin, which is a powder form of frankincense. It's got milk thistle, turmeric root, grapeseed extract, coenzyme Q10, some really powerful ingredients. Now, when we combine the Microplex VMZ, Z Omega, and Alpha CRS Plus, we call this the trio, the Lifelong Vitality Pack from doTERRA. I've got to tell you, I use this 3-pack of vitamins every day. I take 2 of each in the morning and 2 of each at noon, and they are absolutely awesome for health, wellness, energy, and focus. Okay, and last but not least, we are going to talk about the energy and stamina complex. This is the Mito 2 Max. This is different from the Lifelong Vitality Trio. The vitamins are a pure source of energy without stimulants. If you just need that little extra boost throughout the day, here you go. Now, I don't recommend you take these late in the evening. You may have way too much energy to be able to go to sleep. So what gives us that energy and stamina from the Mito 2 Max? Well, it has the lychee fruit extract, which is one of the highest polyphenols among fruits. It promotes better microcirculation. It strengthens the blood vessels. The antioxidants help slow down the aging process, supports heart health, helps to open constricted blood vessels, and lowers blood pressure. And it also has the pain-relieving properties. It's got ginseng, coenzyme Q10, and yes, it's caffeine-free. And don't you just love it? Natural energy. I'm telling you, with these 4 bottles, the Lifelong Vitality Trio and the Mito 2 Max, you are in for a wellness makeover. Okay, now for the next oil. Wild orange. This is the freebie oil that I told you I'm giving away today. It's my husband's favorite oil. He calls it his happy oil. So if you want to try something really cool, take 2 drops of peppermint and 2 drops of wild orange in the palm of your hands, rub together and breathe it in. Just smell it in really deeply. This is so invigorating, so awesome. So here's a tip. If you ever have a test or a class that you really want to focus on, try these 2 oils. They are so powerful and so amazing. I like to diffuse these as well when the kids are doing homework. A lot of teachers will have them diffuse in their schoolrooms for focus. Wow, I love these products. They have all changed my life to the better in so many ways. As we are wrapping things up, I'm sure you can visualize yourself getting that healthy, restful night of sleep. I've had a fun time going over all the ways that make it possible for you to rest, rejuvenate, and wake up refreshed with the focus and energy you want and need throughout your day. So if it's okay with you, I want to show you my Healthy Sleep Complete Kit. I know if you're on this webinar, sleep must be of some interest to you. So go ahead, invest in yourself. I want you to have these natural products that you can feel good about using to promote that healthy sleep that your body craves. There's a crazy demand for these products everywhere I've presented on this subject. There are dozens of people that have taken advantage of these products and have gotten unbelievable results. So I encourage you to go ahead, get the tools you need to start out on your road to healthy sleep. All right, I said I had some other awesome offers for you. So with this Healthy Sleep Complete Kit, it comes with a diffuser. I love this pedal diffuser from doTERRA. It comes with lavender, a 15 milliliter bottle of lavender that's like 260 drops, a 15 milliliter bottle of Serenity Restful Blend, and of course, you have to have the awesome Serenity Restful Complex. Woohoo! We also have the Lifelong Vitality Whole Food Supplements. You've got to have that natural energy. Okay, now here's the bomb. Balance. Balance is the grounding blend. Oh, I love this oil. So for the first 5 people that take advantage of my offer, they will get this 15 milliliter bottle of Balance oil for free. Awesome, right? So you may wonder how I can give away a free bottle of Balance oil. Well, here's my secret. doTERRA is such a generous company that they offer tons of free product. I order every month, so I get to take advantage of their awesome freebies. Okay, so I want to make sure that you have these natural products. So I have some other offers for you today. So here is a free Essential Life book. This is like a Bible for the essential oil user. It is a $27 value, and it is free today. Hardbound, colorful, amazing book. Now, I also have another all special gift for you. Are you ready? Hey, 2 weeks of free oil camp. So I just want to explain a little bit what this is. This is a Facebook event that lasts for 2 weeks. It's basically like a mini training on how to use essential oils. There's group interactions, a chance to win free products, and it only takes 10 to 15 minutes a day. Sounds like fun, right? Well, it is. We have a lot of fun. These kits also come with a free doTERRA membership for 1 year. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with how this works, it's like a Costco or Sam's Club membership. You can shop 1 time or 1,000 times for a whole year, and you get wholesale pricing. Yep, that's 25% off of retail. And no, there's no obligation to sell product. Okay, so let's see what we have here. This is so exciting. Okay, the Healthy Sleep Complete Kit, $263. The Balance Oil for $26. Essential Life Book, $27 value. Oil Camp Pass, $100 value. And a 1-year membership for $35. And that's free. But wait, there's more. You get a 30 to 60 minute phone consult with me. This is where we will go over your membership and show you everything you need to know. like if you want to order more products, exactly how easy you can do that, and how you can even earn points for freebies. Plus, I want to answer all the questions that you may have. I don't want you to be left hanging. That's no fun. I've been there. There's more. You're going to get a free welcome pack from me. This is a little fun get me started kit. As you can see, there's some samples. That deep blue rub I mentioned, there's a sample of that. A roller bottle, some sample bottles, a living magazine, A to Z guide, the little blue candy wrapper looking thing there on the bottom. That's a breathe drop. It just kind of opens you up like a Vicks cough drop would. The other little drop there is an On Guard drop. Again, sort of like a cough drop, but it helps boost the immune, and it's super good for like a sore throat. An awesome natural toothpaste sample without the toxic fluoride, and there's lots more. And of course, your free bottle of wild orange, the uplifting happy oil. You will also get 3 ebooks: aromatic use of essential oils for beginners, and internal use of essential oils. I love it. Isn't that awesome? Tons of essential oil information. And last but not least, you will be added to a private Facebook group. This is my team only. We have tons of fun and educational things here. Recipes, DIYs, diffuser recipes, and it's a group where you can ask questions and get answers quickly. It's a great community of people. So here we are. We have the Healthy Sleep Complete Kit, the Balance Oil, Essential Life Book, the Oil Camp Pass, 1-year membership, 30 to 60-minute consult, your welcome pack, Wild Orange, the Happy Oil, 3 ebooks, and the private Facebook group. So this totals up at $526. Now, if all this did was give you a month of healthy, restful sleep every night, more focus and energy every day, feeling rested and rejuvenated throughout the day, would it be worth it? Yes, of course. I'd say it is well worth it. A month of blissful sleep, focus, and energy every day. Yes. Well, don't worry, I'm not going to charge you all that. I know the hardships of not getting a healthy night's sleep. So my offer to you today is get your Healthy Sleep Kit for $239. That's a total savings of $287. Yes, that's everything we mentioned, just for $239. So go ahead, make an investment in you, in yourself. You deserve restful sleep. You are the one that cares about your health. So pamper yourself into some healthy, restful sleep. Thanks again for joining my webinar. Click on the button below to claim your free Wild Orange and purchase your Healthy Sleep Kit. Thank you so much.